Welcome to another DragonLance Saga Readings episode. My name is Adam, and today I'm reading the DC comic DragonLance number 27, The Gathering Part 2 of 2, Eron's Keep. I would like to take a moment and thank the members of this channel, and invite you to consider becoming a member by visiting the link in the description below. The Gathering, Part 2 of 2. Within his marble courts at Thenol, the Dark Bishop Trandomir calls to his deity, the dread Hith, god of evil.
Speak, Trandomir. Why have you summoned me from the abyss?
There is good news, Lord Hith. My research has yielded the location of a silver dragon hatching ground.
Ah, silver! A most precious bounty. They shall make a fine stock of draconian servants to complete my conquest of Taladas.
Yes, my lord. But there is one thing. Our spy in the Minotaur Council at Christophan has been removed. And as a result, we have no way of knowing if the Dark Goddess Edistum knows of the dragon eggs as well.
That witch won't touch my eggs.
And, of course, there is Paladine.
That patronizing fool who calls himself a god? A mere nuisance. I shall summon my minions nearest to the nest to steal the eggs. And woe be to any of his servants who stand in their way.
No. Qatar. The storm. No. Riva, wake up. Oh, Zulai, it's that same cursed dream. It's all right, Riva. Maragise and I are here with you. The others made it as well. But not Qatar. He is...
I am what, Riva?
Qatar? Qatar, it is you! Where did you go? When you flew from camp so suddenly, I thought I'd lost you again.
I am truly sorry, old friend, but there was no time for explanations. I was summoned here to this gathering place for silver dragon eggs. Many of the wing have been called here to persuade our silver brethren to abandon a great folly. The silvers adhere to the old ways of gathering their eggs in one place, a practice which cost many lives during the War of the Lance. We must convince the silvers to spread their eggs across Taladas for safety's sake.
On our way here, on the glass seas, our ship was caught in a shard storm. How did we survive?
I had Eron bring your ship in through the tunnels.
Eron?
Yes, he is one of the keepers. It is time you met them.
Elsewhere, in the caverns.
Well, Captain Antara, how bad is it?
Not as bad as it could have been, Griffin. Still, the shardstorm damage could keep us dry docked for at least a couple of weeks.
Longer than that, if a certain Minotaur keeps daydreaming. Hester, you plan on finishing that sail anytime soon?
Huh? Oh yes, of course. But the dragons, Mesamir. They are so beautiful. I cannot keep my eyes off them.
They can't be trusted. I summoned one with a dragon ring once. Almost broke my neck riding it.
Lighten up, Scrum. You know that was an evil dragon you summoned.
Bah, Those mountainous lizards are all the same to me. It was a dragon who led us onto the glass seas and into the shard storm to begin with.
So, Griffin, tell me how you came to meet Riva. Although I have known her for only a short while, I already sense she is quite special. And for one who soldiered in the Minotaur legions, you have chosen quite a noble leader.
Look, Intara, Riva and the elves are the ones on the fool's quest for their god of good. The same god who turned his back on his blasted continent. Scrum and I are with them only because it afforded us the opportunity of escaping League of Minotaur territory. Minotaurs are not particularly known for mercy, especially to those wanted for treason. And I hope the Minotaurs who chased us across the glass seas were flayed to ribbons by that shard storm out there.
You forget, my friend. It was another Glass Rider's ship they sailed. I grieve for that loss.
I didn't mean... Scrum, let's take a walk.
Nice going, Griff. And in the main hatching chamber...
Why must you caretakers resist reason? We waste time arguing as the evil gods mobilize their forces throughout Taladas. Heed my words, Eron. A single gathering place renders Dragon Young vulnerable to an all-out offensive. If the eggs are spread out, they will be more difficult to attack. You and your keepers have served the wing honorably, Eron. But our race cannot risk the theft of any dragon eggs by Hith or Eristum. Your pride endangers the survival of our species. And the fate of the world as well. The War of the Lance demonstrated that our kind is indispensable in the struggle to defuse the might of the Dark Ones. The loss of any dragon young, silver or otherwise, cannot be allowed. Or perhaps in your present form, you are detached from your good judgment. Silence! The visitors approach! There has been enough discussion. Eron, my offer of assistance in the dispersal of the clutch remains. As it is with all of us, Eron. We await your decision. I pray it is the right one.
Look there, Salai! Oh, Maragiz, it is truly a shame blindness prevents you from seeing the beauty of dragons in flight.
It is I who feel pity for you, Riva, for without the hindrance of physical sight, I feel with great clarity the grace and nobility of their spirits.
They may be right, Eron. There is much at stake.
Eron, she has awakened. We will discuss this later. Ah, our distinguished visitor from beyond the great oceans. Welcome, good servant of Paladine. It is good to see you well.
Many thanks to you, Eron. We owe you our lives, and hopefully our presence has not caused problems.
Most certainly not. Our discussion was over the eggs. Those pompous fools of the wing would have them be strewn about Taladas. The hordes of darkness are running wild across the continent in numbers we have not seen since the war. And I will not have our charges spread hopelessly beyond my protection. It is a sacred commission to be chosen as a keeper, to which we have devoted our lives.
Elsewhere.
Every time you say something stupid, we have to go for a walk, and in a rancid cave at that. I hate that smell.
Reminds me of the Legion barracks.
Yeah, that's it. It smells just like a... Oh! A Minotaur! At last, you are mine, traitors of the League! Scrum! Warn the others! You will not escape Minotaur justice again! You have betrayed the Emperor and murdered an officer of the League. Now pay the price! Whoa!
Scrum! Run! I don't suppose it would help to tell you I'm innocent.
Clang! Hang on, Griff! I'll bring help! Hold him, Nordos! We will capture the runt soon enough! As for the human, do not reward him with a quick death! Make him suffer!
And nearby. There is something unsettling about Eron and the other elves, as if they were hiding something. And that is not all. In these caves, there is a strong presence of evil nearby. And I have many questions. This is a silver dragon rookery. Where are the silver dragons? Why are elves tending the eggs?
Riva! In the caves! The Minotaurs have driven!
Wonderful.
This way! Hurry!
Incredible! They actually survived the shard storm! Now there's a keen observation!
A woman? Surrender now, traitor, and we will spare the wench!
Shrink... Wench?
You must be the slayer of dragons, the stranger who assisted the traitors in their escape. You will also face the League Tribunal. Take them, comrades!
Once outside the cave, Riva's company is joined by the glass riders who surround the Minotaurs. The battle stops with sharp suddenness, leaving an anxious silence in its wake, until Carinus speaks.
Heed my words, human. These three are prisoners of the League of Minotaurs. Do not interfere. The man and the gnome are wanted for the murder of a League officer and for conspiring against the Emperor. The woman is their co-conspirator.
You liar! They were being attacked!
Silence! Hand over the outlaws, Sand Riders, or suffer their fate!
No! You will not have them, cousin!
You! So, Hester, the great peacemaker, has taken up with the dirt dwellers. Stand aside, weakling. Your refusal would be considered a challenge by the code.
It is true, my kinsman, that I prefer words to swords, talk to blood. But I am no fool. I know the code you follow, and the times when words are useless. In deference to Carinus' mangled arm, Hestus evens the battle.
You would do well to use both arms, cousin. For you will surely need them. Clang!
Hester!
No, Captain. He must face his cousin alone. His honor demands it.
And in the main hatching chamber,
each egg represents another dragon for the cause of good.
you speak as if they were a commodity to be traded. Our children are far too precious to be wasted on the affairs of men. Quite an ironic statement coming from an elf.
wouldn't you say? The outer wall! Is it an earthquake? Ogres! No!
Dust and rubble scatter with a loud clamor, and the dragon's worst fears are realized.
Eh?
Hith's dark minions pour through the fragmented rock, billowing into the dragon keep in one continuous wave of evil on a mission of death. Meanwhile, the Minotaurs continue their struggle.
Your years with the sailor scum have made you even more timid and weak, Hester.
The Glass Rider's honor is not based on spilt blood, Carinus, which is why I have forsaken the ways of our people.
Ah!
The Rider's honor is far beyond that of the breed.
Finish it, coward! If you can!
Shin.
Hester stares into the lifeless eyes of his fallen cousin, appalled at the choice given him by the gods.
You always mistook compromise for cowardice.
Hester? The dragons! The eggs must be in danger! Sulai, come with me! Griffin, handle the Minotaurs!
Gladly, Riva. We have a score to settle.
In the main chamber, the ogres continue their rampage.
By the gods! Ogres!
Eron, look out!
Riva!
I don't believe it. Eron!
Scraw!
He's a silver dragon!
Roar!
And so, naturally, are his two attendants. With those three in Qatar, the battle will not last long. Or is it already too late? The last invader falls. Its wretched body slumps among the defeated horde.
No, it cannot be.
And the shattered eggs of dragon young. I swear by Paladine, whoever is responsible shall pay dearly.
Riva! You should have seen us finish those cowheads! Wait, Scrum! Riva, what's wrong?
What? There is at first a restful pause, a collective sigh for the battle's end, but it is quickly replaced by the mournful shrieks of dragons.
We must help.
No, Griffin. It is best we leave them to grieve alone. Paladine, no. Later, as Hester stares into the dancing flames of the funeral pyre, the outcast Minotaur feels the loss of a blood relative, but no guilt. I believe even Hester was surprised to find how deeply Minotaur blood runs within him. The lessons learned this day have indeed been bitter in Tara, especially for Eron. Although he had the best of intentions, his pride led to many deaths, for which I believe his kind will forgive him. But he may never be able to forgive himself. And in Thenol, the clap of Trandamir's footsteps fills the halls as the bishop approaches the altar of Hith. And once again summons his dark god.
Lord Hith, should I prepare my servants for the arrival of dragon eggs to corrupt? No, most of the eggs were destroyed by the ogre's summon, clumsy chattel. But that leaves none for that witch Ariston, or the fool Paladine either. I have caused death and sorrow, and for that I am pleased.
End. Thank you for tuning in to this Dragonlance Saga reading. What did you think of the comic? Have you ever read Dragonlance comics before? Feel free to email me at info@dlsaga.com or leave a comment below. This channel is all about celebrating the wonderful world of the Dragonlance Saga, and I thank you for joining me in the celebration. Thank you for watching. This has been Adam with Dragonlance Saga, and until next time, Slan Javar.